The world is divided into two kinds of people: those who have tattoos and those who are afraid of people with tattoos.
I have a princess tattooed. It's right above my left breast. I put it there so when I wear revealing tops, everyone can see my princess tattoo. It's really cool. I also have like a crown over the eye. But I'm really proud of it, and I get a lot of attention from it. Like, people call me princess in the street, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. I just wanted everyone to know, who I really was.
Yeah, I got the Wolverine here on my left pec and the zombie on my right pec. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I identify more with the zombie, but I don't know. I can't really remember. I was kind of high at the time, but that's what my friend tells me. I don't know. I'm really happy about it. Obviously, people seem to take me more seriously now, and it really sums up my persona pretty nicely. I recommend, tattooing to anyone. Really express yourself. If you like animals fighting, stuff like that, just show who you are, really.
So, I have a barcode tattooed down my side because, it represents how consumer-driven our culture is. And also, I'm not cheap.
So the other night I went out with my boys. We went to a bar, and we had some Jaeger bombs, and I had, maybe 12, 13 shots. And we were getting pretty shit-faced. After the night at the bar ended, we were walking around. The boys dared me to get a tattoo. So I went in and decided to get the words "your name" tattooed on my right ass cheek. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I woke up the next morning and they told me about it, and I thought it was really cool. Now whenever I go to parties and I'm at embodies, I tell them I have their name tattooed on my ass, and, they're always down. They're down to go back, and,
Pop-up growing up was a sailor, and he started our family business, a marina in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And so I spent a lot of my childhood, sitting out on the porch of the marina, talking to my pop-up, listening to his war stories and his stories of, sailing around as a teenager with his sister and with his buddies, and taking my grandmother out on their first dates on his boat around, the backwaterways of Atlantic City. And this was his favorite poem. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea in the sky, and all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by, and the wheels kick and the wind song and the white sails shaking, and a gray mist on the sea's face and a gray dawn breaking. I want it to be kind of simple. My pop-up was a simple man, and the poem is pretty simple itself. I just want it to be the first line of the poem. I want it to be simple, black, cursive. And then also, a cute thing that my pop-up used to do was we would sit out on the marina at night on the water, and there's, in Atlantic City, of course, there was a casino right across the waterway from us. So at night, the seagulls would all circle around the top of the casinos, and it would just be these little black dots circling in the sky, in the night sky, and my pop-up used to tell me they were angels.
I never thought I'd be the type of person to want a tattoo. But then I met Madison. He was my dive buddy the very first time I scuba dived in the Great Barrier Reef. That was also when I saw my first green sea turtle. Madison had a lot of tattoos, and they were all really interesting. Every one of them meant something special to him. I said I didn't like anything enough to have on my body the rest of my life. Well, what about a sea turtle, he asked. And then it clicked. My favorite animal became my new obsession.
I also am thinking about getting, just a little simple, black outline of a seagull next to the words as well. Just as, my pop-up and kind of my little angel.
Let's rewind a bit. Last year, my good friend Chip Switzer passed away. Also, within 2 months of each other, both of my grandfathers died. I feel okay about it now, though, because since I've been in Australia, I've become more and more aware that they have not left me entirely. And I know this because when I saw that sea turtle for the first time scuba diving, I felt their presence.
He was always so simple, and just, the small things in life really made him happy. Like sitting on the porch on the water in front of his family business with his granddaughter and making up stories of angels.
Getting this turtle isn't only a reminder of the adventures and lessons I've learned from being in Australia. It means 3 people. My sort of guardian angels, if you will. I know what you're thinking. I'm a crazy hippie. But I can't stop thinking about this turtle, and I try to convince myself not to want it. But I can't. Maybe I'll change my mind when I hear the sound of that freaky gun about to be pressed against my skin. But hey, if not, my little turtle will be pretty kick-ass.
Coming to Australia, coming halfway across the world, and being at the beach again, being so close to it, it really has showed me how much I really always need to go down to the seas again. And it just makes me feel closer to my family and to my pop-up.